$1,322.27. I'm like, oh my god. Boom. I was like, you want me to pay what, sir?
I just be coolin', doing my own thing, you know. Man, I'm just trying to be me, homie. This ain't what you see on TV. That life ain't nothing like reality. Man, I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just trying to be. Man, I'm just trying to be me. I ain't faking, I ain't frontin' for the fame. When I make it, won't a damn thing change. Man, I'm just trying to be me.
Hi vibes, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jasmine VibrantPeace, and today in this video I'm just gonna do a really quick video telling you guys like what happened to me. Like, it's kind of scary, low-key, now that I think about it. Not scary, but it was just like your girl almost got played, basically. Okay, so I'm gonna insert the video too. So a couple, not even, have it been a month? I think it's been about a month now. About a month ago, me and my best friend, we went to Atlanta, Georgia, and I was recording and driving at the same time, which is very dangerous, and I don't think anybody should do this, so don't take after me. Don't do this, okay? But I was driving, I was trying to get some footage or whatever, and I was driving and I ran over, I don't know if it's like called like a pothole or like a sinking hole, but I ran it over basically. And so when I ran it over, me and my best friend, we stopped, we pulled over, we checked, nothing was wrong with the car, everything rolled smooth, we got back smooth, like everything was fine. I drove my car for a couple weeks, and then like literally like last week, like the middle of last week, my car started making this like weird noise, and I was like, oh my god, I wonder if it's from when I hit, you know, that pothole or whatever it was when we was in Georgia. And I'm like, but that's been so long ago. Like what? Like, how could it have happened? Like, how could it just now affecting my car, basically? So I was like, nah, I don't know. But that's the only thing I could think of, because I know I'm very careful in my car. And I don't really drive. I don't really. I don't drive well at all. So I'm just like, what could it have been? So I was like, oh my god, I know that's what it is. It's probably something underneath my car. So one morning, you know, I said, well, let me go and look underneath my car. Like, I know what, I'm not no mechanic. I don't know. I just said, let me look. So I looked underneath my car and I see like this small little piece hanging off, and I was like, oh my god, is this piece hanging off? And then I noticed like if I was to run my air conditioner, my air would start to run. So I'm like, oh my god, something's like probably seriously wrong with my car. So I had to wait until my next day off, so that way I could, you know, actually put my car in the shop, because right now I don't have my second car, you know, it's still in the shop. So it's just like I'm only working with one car, you know, one car. So I called my mom and I told her, you know, something was going on with my car. So she let me drive her car to work one day. And well, actually 2 days. Well, one day I drove my sister's car. I had to end up driving my sister's car. The next day I had to drive my mom's car to work. So then that Monday, which was Saturday and Sunday, so Monday, which was 2 days ago, I had to take my car to the shop. I was like, today's my day off, let me go ahead, get up early, get what I need to get done, and take my car. So I got up and I was telling my associates about it at work, and they were like, try Firestone or try this place or that place. So all I remember was Firestone. So I said, let me go to Firestone, never been there before, let me try it out. So y'all, I promise you this is exactly how it went, okay? So first I went to this other place, I can't remember the name of it. It's something about where you get your instant oil change, but I didn't get my instant oil change at that place. They also have like a actual mechanic shop, like extra mechanic workshop or something, extra auto care shop on the side of it or something. So I went there, and when I got in there, the guy, he told me, he was like, they were really backed up. He told me to take it over to their other spot where they changed the oil, so that where they can look underneath the car, and if they see anything wrong that they cannot fix, then he would have to do it, but he couldn't fill me in till 3. And I was like, okay, that's absolutely fine. I'll wait, because I know I need my car. Like, this is my house and my transportation. Like, I need my car. So I was like, okay, bet, I'll just wait if I have to. So I get over to the instant oil spot or whatever. They look underneath the car. They was like, oh, we don't see anything wrong. And I'm like, there's something wrong. Like, I know how my car runs. There's something wrong with my car. So he was like, so what are you hearing? And maybe I was giving the wrong, y'all, I don't know why I do this. When I'm talking about, and it's so bad because when I go to the doctor, I do the same thing. When I'm trying to explain to them what's wrong with my body, or like how I was trying to explain with them what's the noise that I hear out of my car, my words is all jacked up. I don't know how to give a great description. So I'm like totally like, it sounds like there's a rattling noise. I don't know. So I was like, well, it sounds like a rattling noise. And like, when he was like, does it happen when you go up speed or what? And I'm like, it happens when I'm going 15 miles an hour. It doesn't matter. It's just making this weird noise. So they get under the car and they're like, oh, we don't see anything. We don't see anything. Then the guy, he was like, well, there's one look. I said, well, I looked underneath there on the right side. It's like a little piece hanging down. And he was like, well, we'll check that piece or whatever. He looked at it and he was like, yeah, it is I was missing like a little screw or whatever. So he was like, we'll check that. So he went underneath it, he checked it, and he screwed the piece in or whatever. And he did it for free. It was no charge. And he was like, I don't see anything that's wrong with your car. And I was like, okay, maybe that was, what was wrong. Maybe that piece flapping was kind of like throwing my car off. So I'm all excited and I'm like, oh, I just got a car fixed for free. Then I hit the highway, y'all. It started doing it again. I said, no way. No way, y'all. This cannot happen. Like this cannot happen. I already got one car in the shop. I don't need two cars in the shop. Like, this can't be right. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Firestone. But before I could get to Firestone, I need a charger for my phone. So I was like, oh my god, I need a charger. So I think I ended up leaving my charger because I had stayed at my mom's house that night before. So I ended up leaving my charger at my mom's house because I drove her car that night to work. So I was like, can I just stay? So I stayed at her house, and then I got up Monday morning I got up and I went to go get my car looked at. So I left my charger there, had to go to Walmart first to get me a charger. Then after I left Walmart, I went to Firestone. Luckily they're not too far from each other, so that was good. So get to Firestone. I think there was like maybe two cars like they already had underneath their thing or whatever. It was two cars there. So when I drove up, I pulled up, there was no cars. I mean, not even one car in the parking lot. But there, I get it. There was already two cars that they were working on. So I'm not sure when those cars got there. I don't know how long they've been there, but I just know that there was two cars already in that little space. Now it's about 10 different little slot things that they have at Firestone. So I'm just like, okay, they got a lot of mechanics working. This is great. I'm gonna be in and out. So I get to the counter, talking to the guy. I explain to him what was on my car. He gets a description of my car and everything. So after he do that, he was like, okay, just give me your keys or whatever. So I gave him my keys, and I made sure I took out of my car my charger, my Halo box, and I took that out because my phone was going dead and I needed to charge my phone. So I charged it. I think I took a picture of it while I was in there. If so, I will upload the picture so that way you guys could see it. I'm not sure if I took one or not, but again, if I did, I will yeah, I don't think I did because I'm looking at the pictures now and I don't see where I took a picture. But I basically took my Halo box in with me and charged my phone. So I'm sitting there. It was about 9:30 at this time. Yeah, about 9:30. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh, okay, just waiting in my car, and then I see, I think maybe like 30 to 45 minutes later, I looked outside. My car was no longer parked where I had to park that. So I'm like, okay, he's out, test driving my car, kind of seeing what's wrong, or it's already up on the thing. Now, where I was sitting at, you can't really see like the mechanics like working on your car. Like you can't, like at the Crown Nissan that I go to, you can actually see them working on your car. Like there's like a big glass window and they have chairs right there for you to actually see them working on your car. But here at Firestone, I wasn't able to see that. So I was like, okay, yeah, all right. So I sit there and I'm just like waiting. At this time, it's about 11:30. So I'm texting my best friend and I'm like, man, I am still here. No, it was about 10:30. Excuse me. It was like 10:30. And I text my best friend because we're supposed to meet up later on that day to take some pictures and stuff. And I'll insert those pictures, y'all, because we was cute. yeah, it was really cute or whatever. So we end up yeah, so besides that, so we I texted, she was texting, it's about 10:30, and I was like, girl, I'm still here, you know, they got my car. And she was like, okay, you should be probably done in no time. I was like, yeah, I hope so. So times go by, another hour go by. It's about 11:45, y'all, and I am still there. I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I say about 12, the guy calls me to the counter, and I was like, oh my god, good, they're done with my car. So he calls me to the counter. He tells me what's wrong with it. Now he explains to me across the counter, he was like, you need 2 wheel bearings on the front. They're really, really bad. You gotta get them done. You need 2 wheel bearings. Also, you have your back right tire has a bubble in it, and it's like really, really bad. I'm surprised your tire didn't blow already, because it's so bad. It's about the size of a fist. That's very dangerous. And you need 4 new basically need 4 new tires, because your tires are at this, like, whatever he showed me, these 3 numbers he showed me or whatever. He was like, your tires are here, and this is illegal to drive on the roads, and da 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 da. And I'm like, oh my god, like, my car is really bad, and I didn't know. It's like so bad off. So I'm like, oh my. So he was like, I want you to come around here, around the counter. So I went around the counter, y'all, and he showed me them damn prices. Boom. So y'all, he basically gave me a printout of my stuff. So I have the receipt here of everything. This is the receipt here. So y'all, so basically I'm about to give y'all the rundown of what this paper says. So 1, the wheel bearing, for 2, I need a quantity of 2, but for each part is $275.99. To remove and replace wheel bearing front, both of them, the labor fee was $193. That itself was $745.58. That's just for the wheel bearing, okay? All right, and so for the tire package, because he said I didn't need 4 new tires, for the tire package, it was $419.36, okay? And then for the alignment, because he said I would need an alignment as well, it's $77.99. Y'all, that was a total of $1,242.93. So $1,242.93, okay? After taxes and, you know, everything, it was like the shop. Okay, the shop supplies was $23.49. The taxes was $55.89. So after everything, y'all, I would have to pay $1,322.27. I'm like, oh my god, I was not planning on, you know, spending that much today. Like, what? I got it. I told myself, you know, if I have to spend between $500 and $600, reasonable, because, you know I made a mistake and I have to have my car. So I'm like, yeah, $500-$600, yeah, I'll get, you know, get it fixed, whatever, let's do this. Boo, not no $1,300. I said, hold on one second, because I might have to reschedule. So I step outside. I always call my grandparents. My grandparents, they be the first ones to tell me, Jazz, that's too much. Jazz, go somewhere else. Jazz, get a second opinion. So I call my grandparents, and they answer right away, thankfully. They normally always do, though. So I call my grandparents, and I was on the phone with my grandma, and my granddad was in the back, and I was like, y'all, they're telling me that I need 2 wheel bearings or whatever, new tires, and this and that, and it's about $1,300. So my grandma was like, how much is the wheel bearings? And I told her $745. So she ended up telling my granddaddy what I said. My granddad was like, no, that's too much. So he was like, you need to go get a second opinion. She was like, don't go with your first person, go ahead and get a second opinion. So I was like, okay, I'll go get a second opinion. So then she asked me about the tires. I said the tires was $400 and something, and he said I got one that's, you know, really, really bad that I need to take care of or whatever. That's a bubble on it. And my grandparents, they were like, yeah, you know, it is bad, you know, with the wheel bearing, you want to make sure that, you know, those are actually in good shape, because those can be very dangerous. That was hold the wheel, and, you know, I would hate for the wheel to, you know, come off or whatever. So my granddad was like, go right away, you need to go look, get a second opinion today, because if your wheel bearings are bad, I want you to go ahead and get that fixed. So I was like, okay, granddad. So I told the guy first, and I was like, okay, I gotta go, you know, I'll reschedule at a later time. I wasn't planning on spending that much today or whatever. So he was like, okay, I understand. So then he's trying to persuade me. He was like, well, if you don't want to spend that much today, try applying for one of our credit cards and you can just pay it off or whatever, and you'll get 5% off today. And I'm like, no, thank you. Yeah, so I'm not doing any credit cards. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna pay this off. I'm not trying to get myself built up in debt. Like, I'm not doing it, basically. So I was like, no, I'll wait. And I wouldn't need a credit card anyways. Like, I have the money to pay for it, but I'm just like, hold on, wait, am I getting the best price? Even though I don't want anyone to think like, oh, because you got the money, go ahead and pay for it. It needs to be done, go ahead and pay for it. No, because I was thinking that. And my grandparents, they hit me with this, Jazz, people will try to shit you because you are a girl. And some people are going to be genuine with you because you are a girl. But you got to know who is which, okay? So my grandparents, they was like, don't, you know, when you go out and looking for, when you're going out and you're getting work done on your cars, always call them, of course, and make sure, you know, the prices that they're talking about is correct, and always get a second opinion, because, you know, somebody might tell you one thing that's wrong with your car and it's really not that's wrong with your car, and then the other person might, you know, give you the right thing that is wrong with your car or whatever. So basically always get a second opinion. So after I left, I got my keys and I left, and I went to this shop where I normally get like used tires from. So I went to the shop and I was like, hi, I need a used tire for the, you know, right back side of my car, the passenger side of my car or whatever, in the back. So he was like, okay, I'll get you a tire. And I said, also, do you guys do wheel bearing? And he was like, yeah, we can do wheel bearing. It'll take about 2 hours or whatever to do it, but we do it. And he was like, are you sure you need a wheel bearing? And I was like, well, I went to Firestone, they took a look at my car and they said that's what I needed. And he was like, I'm gonna test drive it, let's go ahead and change your tire, because I don't want to test drive while it has that bubble in the tire, which is understandable, because I don't need no liabilities on my insurance. We ain't got that kind of time. So they changed the tire, then the guy drove the car, and he was like, I literally went up 45 miles, and he said, I don't hear anything that's wrong with your car. And I'm like, I know he lying because I know something wrong with my car. I was like, sir, I know how my car runs. Maybe, you know, it sounds a little bit different. I said, I'm gonna take it on the highway really quick, and I'm gonna come back. If I come back, it's something wrong. If I don't come back, you're right. And he was like, okay, but you're not gonna come back. And I was like, okay. You know, I'm thinking he's gonna be like the last guy that just at the other place that told me, oh, I don't see anything wrong, everything's good. So I was like, oh God, here we go again. So I got in the car, I pulled off, I got on the highway, I did 65, I did 70, I did 75. Y'all, my car was fine. Nothing. Like nothing. I was like, oh my God. It was just a doggone tire the whole time. It was the tire that had the bubble in it that was making my car like run like that. And I was like, oh my God. Like, wait. I couldn't, like, it was so hard to like believe. I was like, oh my God. My car's riding just the way it was. Like, it's riding. And I'm like, it was just my tire. Like, I almost gave away $1,300, y'all. $1,300 for someone to do something with my car that wasn't even wrong. And I asked the guy before I left, I was like, so you sure it's not the wheel bearings? He was like, if it was your wheel bearings, I would be able to tell. Driving like 25, 30 miles, I'll be able to tell. But he was like, your car runs smooth. Like, it's nothing wrong with your wheel bearings. So I was like, okay. Y'all, he was so right. There was nothing wrong with my wheel bearings. I literally walked out only paying $35. This is my receipt for my tire. Yeah, so y'all, I literally only paid after everything, because I gave them a $2 tip, I paid $37 for a tire. I went from $13.22.27 to only paying $37. Yeah. When I say I was super stressed, I was like, whatever, I'll pay for it. I need it done. I gotta get it done. I need my car. And I was just so like happy and excited, and I'm so blessed because, you know, I actually took that step and I said, let me call my grandparents. I actually took that step and got a second opinion. So I was just like, ah, thank you. because y'all, I was not gonna be pleased if they would have just changed my wheel bearings and nothing was really wrong with them. Like, that really made me so mad, but happy at the same time, because it was a lesson learned for me to always get a second opinion. And if any, not even just ladies, men too, men, if you guys don't know about cars, go get a second opinion, okay? Like, we can't be having these mechanics out here trying to gyp us, because, you know, we can't have that happening. So I definitely almost got gypped. So I'm just wanting to share that story with you guys. But I'm super excited. My car is running just fine now, and it's so good because, you know, more money, because I was like, dang, I'm gonna have to spend $1,300 in this car, then turn around and spend another $1,300 to get my other car fixed. He quoted me $1,300 just in case if nothing else was wrong with it, but still I have to get, that's not including me getting my window fixed. If you guys have not seen the video of my car being vandalized, I will put that in the bottom of my description box, so that way you guys can click on it and view it as well. But y'all, I'm super excited, and I just really want to share the story with you guys, because that was some time, and I was just like, oh my god, like, this really happened to me. I almost like really push out some crazy money for no reason, y'all. No reason. And it really happens, and it's so crazy because stuff like this probably happens every day, and people, or, you know, just anybody, not just women, just, you know, anybody probably just take their car somewhere and say, oh, you need this done, you really need this done, and in all reality, you don't really need it done. So always get a second opinion, guys. So I'm super excited. I only had to pay $37. Alright, guys, that's gonna wrap things up for this video today. Thank you all for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and always remember, vibrant peace. Bye.